we got another hopefully spicy one tonight. This Forever Young. Yes, that is the name of the thingy. We are not watching a fanfic. Technically we are watching a fanfic, but we're watching an audio drama. But also technically not. My brain is malfunctioning. Anyway, this is on the Dr. Wolf channel, and hey, I don't think we've watched anything on the Dr. Wolf channel, like, ever. I am aware that TF2 analysis exists, and I have watched a good portion of it, but you know, if you guys want me to watch that, then, let me know and everything, but... Anyway, this was also recommended by, actually, let me check, let me recheck. This was also recommended by the same person who, recommended me to watch Fluttershy's baby, Faithhauser. So, if you're watching this video, hello, I drink milk.
Forever Young, written by Hyperexponential. Custom artwork by Meb90, and special guest voice actresses Mary Medley as Fluttershy and Keyframe
Mary
as
Medley.
Rarity.
I don't see Mary Medley ever too often. I don't think I've
never seen Rarity act
heard
so
any
odd,
Keyframe.
Said Fluttershy. She lay on her back, gazing into the sky, her recliner a serpent's tail thicker and stronger than the massive limbs surrounding her. The tail belonged to Discord, who on this drowsy summer afternoon was stretched out, idly counting the clouds from his perch in the treetops.
Counting the clouds?
With talon, he stamped 73 on the side of a passing puff of cumulus.
Damn, 73. That's not a lot.
When Rarity grabbed me by the shoulders, she said, "I swore I'd never ask, but it's driving me to distraction." Then out of nowhere, she accused me of having a secret and pleaded with me to tell her what it was.
You have a secret?
Asked Discord. 74
I
appeared
love
on a blank
secrets.
tuft of cloud.
Did I have a secret?
"You always look so young. However do you do it?"
Oh,
Discord's tail stiffened. Its tension was
Forever
palpable
Young.
against Fluttershy's back as she raced on with her story.
"I'm a unicorn. I know all the tricks and I know how to spot them, but you..." She pressed her face right up against mine, like she was looking for a lash in my eye. "I can't figure it out," she said. "You must tell me."
Discord kept his eyes riveted on the heavens. And what did you...
Alright, I'm already clicking with this story. Okay. I'm thinking maybe Discord is making Fluttershy young. That is my guess. Discord is responsible for making Fluttershy just be young, aka Forever Young. Discord wants to, be with Fluttershy, forever, therefore forever young, so she doesn't die. Bam.
You
Call
tell
him,
her,
man.
he asked, a touch too casually. Fluttershy turned onto her stomach.
What could I say? I told Rarity I had no idea what she was talking about, but I don't think she believed me. She must think I'm keeping something from her.
A tremor passed down Discord's tail. How astonishing! Where could Rarity possibly have gotten such an idea?
That's what I couldn't understand. So I went and talked to Twilight.
Oh?
What did she
Discord's
say?
gaze never wavered, but he was no longer branding clouds. And did the princess? Discord made no effort to mask the sneer in his voice. Have an explanation?
Probably?
She said she had noticed that I never seemed to look any older, but hadn't given it much thought. It was a big surprise to me because I never noticed it at all.
Discord's tail relaxed by degrees. So Twilight thinks Rarity is overreacting.
She must be. It's not like I'm doing anything special.
I don't
Of
think so.
course
I don't
not,
think Rarity's
said Discord, his
overreacting.
voice pure silk.
Rarity has, the finest, shiny eyes. She could, see, disgust or beauty in, anything. You give her a table, she will look at it and be like, there were 1 million dirty dust particles on this table. I don't think she's overreacting,
Right.
man.
said Fluttershy. She laid her head down on her crossed forelimbs. The shadows moved before she spoke again.
Maybe I just look young for my age. What else could it be?
Man, that's
Another
also possible.
pause.
I mean, the princesses never look older, but that's because they're princesses.
How
More
old
time
are you right
passed.
now, Fluttershy?
It would take something like an age spell. But that's silly. Who would...
There was a long silence, filled only by the rustling of leaves and the connecting of dots. Fluttershy raised up and sought her friend's eyes.
So simple, man.
Discord? What do you know about this?
Discord
Easy,
whistled
man.
innocently and
Easy
continued to look
clap.
away.
Easy.
A miniature Discord, robed in white, appeared on his shoulder, or as much of a shoulder as can be found on a Draconiquus. Mini Discord plucked the golden halo from above his head and held it against his chest. Who, little old me? The doppelganger answered in a wounded voice.
Please, Discord, I need you to be serious with me.
Discord's tiny twin vanished. Slowly, he turned to meet Fluttershy's gaze. Would it really be so terrible never to grow old?
Also, I've been
Fluttershy's
eating the
world began to
chips.
spin in slow motion as the blood rushed from her head.
What have you done?
She asked, panic edging in her voice. It was for you, I swear. You ponies live such ridiculously short lives. You're wide-eyed foals one minute, doddering invalids the next. You don't get to experience any more of life than a mayfly,
It was
Mayfly.
said Fluttershy in disbelief.
Oh man,
just
that reminds me of a larva
did.
episode.
you. How could you?
You act as if I had turned that rabbit of yours into earmuffs. Not the worst idea I've ever had, by the way. Seeing
Damn.
Fluttershy's stunned expression, he returned to the matter at Claw. Most ponies would beg for the gift of immortality.
Which I
Fluttershy
would
was
not.
on her
I would
boots.
hate
You
immortality.
could have asked. You could have at least told me.
Discord threw his arms wide.
Okay,
Why
so
do you
it's not
ponies
reversible.
insist on making everything so difficult? Always 100 reasons why you can't do this or you can't do that. Hang the reasons. Nooses
Hang the
dropped from the
damn.
branches.
What are the reasons to
Better
you?
yet, give me one reason why you shouldn't live forever. Fluttershy stood her ground.
I'll give you 4. Their names are Rarity, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, and Pinkie Pie.
What about Twilight?
Discord snorted.
What about
Really?
Twilight?
Is that all? I'll do for them what I did for you. Think of it. All 6 elements of harmony, friends together throughout eternity. A snap of my talons and it's done.
I
Discord primed his
mean,
claw to
I
act.
mean,
Wait!
I mean, I mean. Also, I really like the direction where this is going. Like, so many fanfics take the whole like immortality of Twilight, and they do the old Twilight sad because friends are dead thing. At least that's what I've seen a lot of. But you know, we never see like any of the other main sick main, yeah, they're very sick. The main 6 go through like this like peril of immortality. So it's kind of an interesting idea to kind of have Fluttershy be put into this aspect of, hey, you're going to not be able to die.
Wait!
Cried Fluttershy. In a blur of motion, she leapt up and seized Discord's raised claw. Oh, for goodness! And you wonder why I never tell you anything,
I'm not saying no,
said Fluttershy.
You just gotta wait.
just not yet.
Just be
It
patient.
needs to be their choice.
Discord's calculating stare sent a chill through Fluttershy. As you wish, ma chérie, he said
Oh,
at
black and
last,
white.
accompanied by a
Ooh.
bow of the head. Ask your friends. I'm betting Rarity will fight to be the first in line,
You may be right.
thought Fluttershy.
I really like
What
this
would
artwork.
be wrong about the 6 of us living forever?
I can't imagine a reason for your friends to refuse, said Discord. But you ponies have a talent for finding the cloud around every silver lining. I promise this, though. I'll remove every obstacle between you and immortality. Rarity wore her most contrite look as she faced Fluttershy across the cafe table.
I'm so glad you invited me to lunch. I've been wanting to apologize for that awful outburst the other day. I really am a vain old thing.
It's alright, Rarity. I understand.
I'm sorry that you will die old, Rarity.
Fluttershy bit her lower lip and then plunged ahead.
If you could
Would you
be
like to
young
not die?
forever,
Come
would
with me if you want to not die.
Rarity looked up from her menu, eyebrows arched in surprise.
Such a question.
She considered a moment.
But I'll play along.
Such a
Rarity
possibility.
closed her eyes and let herself be transported to a paradise of eternal youth. A purr escaped her as a smile crept across her face.
I would save a fortune on spa treatments.
Her eyes
Save a
twinkled with
fortune
mischief when they reopened.
Ah, true.
Oh, who am I kidding? Wild stallions couldn't keep me away from the spa.
I'm not joking, Rarity. What if you really, really could be young forever?
Rarity regarded her friend with curiosity.
You're serious, aren't you?
Say no.
Fluttershy's anxious
maybe.
expression was reply enough.
Say hey, I just met you, but call me maybe.
Rarity began uncertainly.
I can't say I never thought about it. Especially with everything that's happened in the Twilight.
Rarity looked off into the distance and collected her thoughts.
They all become
That's not
eloquent.
silly. I always dreamed of being a princess. It only took the Grand Galloping Galley to teach me what horror marrying into royalty would be.
God, we hate blue
Ascending
blood.
into
We hate blue
princesshood on
blood.
merit is, frankly, too much for a male whose hooves are juggling a full career in fashion, while being the element of generosity.
Fluttershy pressed.
What if nothing else had to change? What if you just woke up one morning and never got a day older?
The mayor's waiter arrived before Rarity could respond.
Hey,
She
waiter.
waited until
What's
he
up?
left
How you
with their
doing?
orders before answering.
I don't see immortality so much as being a burden as being a barrier between ponies. Think of Twilight. As hard as she tries, it still gets between her and us. We're all long past the tiara and her being a princess in an alicorn and whatnot. But there's a chasm. And that chasm will grow until our deaths make it uncrossable.
Damn.
Rarity shuddered.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Fluttershy. There's no way I could talk about this without being morbid. Perhaps we should.
It's okay, Rarity. I
Whew.
did ask the question.
This got
Why
kind of
didn't
sad
you tell
quick.
me how you feel?
Kind of
Very
dark.
well, if you're sure.
If Rarity was hoping for Fluttershy to change the subject, she was sorely disappointed.
Yeah,
I don't know
get
how
smoked,
Twilight does
idiot.
it. If it was me, every visit with my friends would be a reminder about how I'd be alive long after they turned to dust.
This was not the conversation Fluttershy
Damn,
was expecting.
Fluttershy. Oh
she had
no,
been as convinced
Fluttershy.
as Discord that Rarity
Oh,
would
no.
leap at the prospect of eternal life.
Oh no.
Fluttershy, though, had so far opened the door just a crack.
Oh
She
no.
was
Oh no, we're going downhill. We're spiraling. We're spiraling. Oh no. Oh, this isn't gonna have a sad
Prepared to
ending,
swing it as
isn't it?
wide as required.
Suppose, just suppose, the six of us could live forever.
It would be a comfort not to go through eternity alone. And Twilight wouldn't have to watch her friends die one after the other. Still, it's one thing's watching one's parents age. But Sweetie Belle? The thought of attending my little sister's funeral
Oh
is
damn.
obscene.
Rarity's water glass crumbled as she lifted it to her lips.
Oh man, this is
And if I
real
had foes of
sad.
my own, would they be immortal or would I stand untouched by time? They live
Oh,
out their lives
this
and
is
and
brutal.
died. That's too high of a price to pay just to avoid crow's feet.
There was now pain in Rarity's eyes, but it was no good to come this far and stop short. Fluttershy asked one final question.
Bro, Fluttershy, please.
Grant immortality to any pony you choose.
Rarity again took her time considering.
Ooh.
I don't see the good in having some ponies be immortal and not others. There couldn't help but be
Yeah.
a gulf between them. For me to make one immortal, I'd have to make all immortal.
There it is.
Thought Fluttershy.
That
Oh
is
my
what it
God.
will take for me to accept immortality. Nothing less
Hey.
than Discord bestowing eternal life on the entire pony race.
Discord is God.
The audacity of such a thing took Fluttershy's breath away. It would remake the world.
It's impossible.
Bro, they're about to be
Isn't it?
chaos.
But what if it wasn't?
Was Discord right? Did ponies suffer from a failure of imagination? It might seem impossible to her, but Fluttershy had not the slightest doubt that, if she asked, Discord would make it happen in a heartbeat. The idea of it sent a shiver up her spine. Their waiter returned with lunch. Fluttershy picked at her salad as she debated with
I
herself.
couldn't eat leaves.
Why not?
You know what? If I ever, this will never happen, of course, but like if I ever was in Equestria and like I was stuck there, I would be so unhappy eating like healthy like leaves, salad, fruits, vegetables, and all that stuff for like the rest of my life. I would hate that, bro. I need some like juicy, succulent meat. I'm about to become the first cannibal in question. I'm gonna eat a damn cow. I will cook it. I will let it fizzle, let it sizzle, let it breathe on the skillet. And then I will eat meat in front of my friends and say, this is what you could be. Eating meat, not actually being the meat, except you are meat.
Not. Why not?
Rarity's fork paused in midair as she echoed Fluttershy's unvoiced question.
I wonder, a world where every pony lives forever. Could that really work?
Probably
Fluttershy
not.
said nothing. Rarity took a bite of her fruit plate and chewed thoughtfully before answering herself.
Chewed thoughtfully.
Ponies would still want to have families.
Chew this
The old
meat
would need
with
to make way
such
for the
thought.
young. What happens when the land fills with old minds and young bodies? Dear Celestia, am I so selfish that I wouldn't give up my place for generations waiting to be born?
There was nowhere left for Fluttershy to go. Never knowing it, Rarity had condemned their immortality to death. A funeral pall hung over the rest of the meal. It was only after picking up her napkin and blotting her lips a final time that Rarity spoke.
Twilight might have lectured me on how foolish I've been, but you let me discover it for myself. Thank you, Fluttershy. I don't give you nearly the credit you deserve. I'll try to age a bit more gracefully from now on.
Rarity's
Wow.
solemn expression brightened.
She helps.
Now, enough of this depressing talk. Let me tell you about who came into the boutique the other day.
The conversation that followed was as congenial as
So
it
it
was
helps
forgettable.
Rarity, but probably hurts
Fluttershy
Fluttershy.
occupied herself, both then and on the walk back to her cottage, with how she would deliver a message sure to be both unexpected and unwelcome. She no more than arrived home when Discord made his grand entrance in a blaze of pyrotechnics. He bowed low to Fluttershy and swept the floor with an ostrich-plumed cavalier hat. "How was your lunch with the fair Lady Rarity?"
It was nice.
Delicious.
"And did the subject of immortality happen to come up?"
Well,
said Fluttershy,
Kind
unable to hide her
of.
nervousness.
Can we sit down?
Discord's eyes narrowed.
what kind of chair were you
Fluttershy
using?
took a spot on the couch
Oh, we're
and
taking the
patted
couch.
cushion. Discord materialized beside her an instant later. "I'm sensing that perhaps not all went as planned."
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Discord. You've made the most generous offer a pony could ever receive, but I can't accept it. I'm asking you to remove the spell you put on me.
Okay, so it can be removed. That's cool.
"But why? Doesn't Rarity realize that I'm prepared to grant her never-ending youth, eternal beauty? Whatever the problem is, I can fix it."
Okay, so I was wrong. It can be removed. All right, so we're going for the Discord character development approach. Let's go.
Fluttershy met Discord's look of bewilderment and hurt with beseeching eyes.
Some things can't be fixed without breaking other things. It's like trying to pick one strand out of a spider's web. Once you do, you disturb the strand next to it, and fixing that strand disturbs two more. Pretty soon, the whole web
Spiders.
is torn apart.
I hate
Ponies
spiders.
just weren't made to be immortal.
Discord's mouth took a cruel set.
Except for the princesses.
Then don't worry about Rarity. Don't worry about any of them. Pyramids of burning coals.
Discord, you can't make Fluttershy immortal.
Unlike your so-called friends. Neon quotation marks flashed in midair.
Why is the R different?
I'm not anxious to see you die. They had their chance. There's no reason why you should have to miss out on their account. Don't you see? I'm doing all of this for you. An electric charge of fear shot through Fluttershy, but she refused
Discord,
to
you're
look
not
away.
doing this for her.
No, you're doing all of this for you.
Yep.
As long as you have me for yourself, no pony else matters.
Discord recoiled as if slapped, but he wasn't giving up. He pressed the
Look
tip
at that
of the
thumb.
talon against his tongue. Fluttershy remembered receiving a first hoof demonstration of how Discord could derange a pony's mind with a single touch.
You've been kind
She
for
spoke
far
his
too
name.
long.
That single quiet word brought Discord back to himself. The fire left his eyes. His claw returned to what passed for his lap as he hung his head. No, you would no longer be Fluttershy. It would only be another way of losing you. Discord took a deep breath and let it out. I grant you your wish. I remove my spell. Before Fluttershy could react, Discord raised his paw and snapped. There was no flash of light. Fluttershy felt no change inside. She cocked a suspicious eye at Discord.
I'm suspicious too.
Sure?
I know you ponies have to have razzle-dazzle with your magic, but yes, I'm sure. Remember though, my offer stands. The day you ask is the day you'll have your youth back forever. Discord stared glumly at the floor. His sinuous form slumped.
I feel bad for
Fluttershy tried
Discord,
lifting
man.
the mood for his sake.
I feel bad for
Will
him.
you still like me when I'm an old gray mare?
She teased.
Let's hope so.
Discord did his best to return Fluttershy's smile. It will take more than a few gray hairs to get rid of me.
Nice.
The passing decades turned Fluttershy's mane and tail to silver.
Oh
Her
damn, we're
steps
gold. We're
slowed,
time
her wings
skipping.
no longer bore
Oh my
her
god.
weight. Her afternoons lost in conversation among the treetops were distant memories.
We're zooming.
Still, she kept company with Discord. The first day of fall was the kind of damp cold that cuts clear to the bone, but a roaring fire banished the chill from Fluttershy's cottage as she gossiped with Discord over tea and cookies.
Pinky says
I must admit something. It's been like 40 minutes. That's right. We got a time skip in the video, and we got an actual real life time skip in this video, the video that I'm doing right now, the video that you are watching. Something happened, and I literally just like could not react to the video for like 40 plus minutes. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
that as much fun as being a grandmother is, being a great grandmother is even funner.
Wait, grandmother?
More fun.
On the table between Fluttershy and
Oh my
Discord
God.
stood a distant descendant of
Oh,
Angel Bunny,
buddy.
thumping his back foot and glaring up at the Draconiquus with naked dislike.
Yo.
Discord amused himself by goading the rabbit with faces as only he could make them. It's not as if you've gone without the patter of little paws around here,
That's true.
I want to pet
said
the bunny.
Fluttershy.
I suppose I've had the biggest family in Ponyville.
She scooped up the rabbit, snuggled him, and deposited him on the floor before he could inspire further chaotic creativity. Any other stunning revelations from your little get-together? Discord said, referring to a meeting days before between Princess Celestia and the bearers of the Elements of Harmony.
Ooh.
Every time I see the princess, she tells me how big a help you've been to her. She says you're
Oh.
nothing like the tyrant you were millennia ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ah, that's Celestia.
Aw.
Always the charmer, Discord observed dryly. No pony gives a compliment like her. Perhaps someday she'll mention that to your friends.
Cough, cough.
They
To
really
Celestia,
have come
anybody?
around. I
I'm
know they'd
kidding.
be your friends too if you
A little
gave
bit.
me half a chance.
Pinkie Pie, possibly. Some of the
Yeah.
others, maybe. But honestly, whatever do you see in that twilight sparkle?
What?
Discord made a
Twilight's
dismissive
awesome.
noise. What a suck-up. Being elevated to princess should have cured her, but it only made her worse. Fluttershy drilled Discord with a look that would peel the
angry bronies after the season 3 finale peeling. Oh my
hide
God.
from an Ursa Major. Frost coded her words.
Those are not just princesses, but my friends you're talking about. You will take that back and apologize this instant.
Slap him in the
Very
face.
well. I retract my disrespectful, if totally accurate, remarks concerning Princess Celestia and Twilight Sparkle, and most humbly apologize. A whip
Damn.
appeared. Discord leaned forward and vigorously applied it to his back. Mea culpa. Mea maxima culpa. Discord cried out between cracks of the lash. The sight would have been horrifying had he been flogging himself with anything other than a pink feather boa. Fluttershy's brows gathered like
I don't
angry
know what
thunderheads.
language that was.
You're only going to pretend to be sorry. I'm only going to pretend to forgive you. We need a different topic for discussion.
I'm gonna
Discord
sneeze.
smirked and rewarded himself with a sip of tea. Seeing Fluttershy's empty cup, he reached out for the teapot, the creases at the corners of his eyes deepening a fraction as he raised it. Discord slid his claw beneath the pot and moved to fill Fluttershy's cup. Any other pony would have noticed nothing, but Fluttershy's sensitivity to the aches and pains of her animals had only grown more acute with the years.
Sit that down and let me see your paw.
She demanded.
Paw?
Whatever do you...
Now, mister.
What's happening? What's going
Fluttershy
on?
found herself looking down at 7 paws.
Oh my
Discord
God.
rested his chin on an 8th paw and pouted.
Did he break his
No,
finger or
please.
something?
Please.
The last word
He
carried
snapped his
all
finger.
the weariness Fluttershy felt at Discord's evasions.
Did he do the
6
immortal?
paws retreated across the table. Fluttershy examined the remaining paw front and back, then raised both hooves and gingerly probed the joints. They were swollen, and Discord flinched when she no more than touched one enlarged knuckle. Something
Wow.
here was all too familiar, yet wildly out of place.
You have arthritis.
Fluttershy said in a level
Arthritis?
voice. Her attention moved from
Oh my
Discord's
God.
paw to his face.
How is it possible that you have arthritis?
Oh my God.
Discord hastily dropped his eyes. It's nothing, really, he mumbled.
Discord.
Fluttershy
Bro.
insisted. Please, Fluttershy, you're making something out of... Fluttershy's voice quavered.
Tell me this isn't what I think it is.
What's going?
Discord
No,
closed
what
his
is
eyes.
happening?
His next words came slowly. Congratulations, Inspector, you caught me, as I knew you inevitably must.
He's
He
aging.
paused before confirming Fluttershy's worst suspicions.
Did he make Fluttershy immortal?
I'm
again?
aging.
He is aging.
Discord's
Okay.
eyes once again met hers. In
How
them,
is he
Fluttershy
aging?
read a plea for understanding. You wouldn't stay young with me, so I chose to grow old with you. Fluttershy's vision went
That-
gray
that's
at
so
the edges.
sweet.
The sound of her own voice seemed to come from miles off.
That means...
Someday, a long time from now, I promise you won't have to cry at my funeral. Both hooves went to Fluttershy's mouth as tears welled up.
I did this to you.
Discord rolled his eyes. You ponies are convinced everything is about you. You really need to get over yourselves. No pony
Yeah,
put a
get over
crossbow to my head.
yourself.
After 11,000 years, I think I'm capable of making my own
11,000.
decisions.
Oh my God.
You need to do this.
Didn't I just get done saying that? Of course I didn't have to do what I did. I chose to do it.
But...
Discord held up a paw and shook his bowed head. After a moment to collect himself, he spoke, this time in a gentler tone. You once accused me of being selfish, of not wanting to share you with any pony else. You were right. I was selfish
She
then,
was right.
and I'm being selfish now. I stayed on the shore and watched,
Ooh,
smug
different
and
artwork.
self-satisfied, while 500,000 generations of ponies drifted past me on Time's River.
That's a
Now
big
there's
arm.
a pony I want to join out on that stream. She'll go to places I've never seen, and I want to see them with her. If she
That's
refuses,
such a cold metaphor.
if she insists on leaving me on the shore, I'll
Can't figure
undo
out the word.
everything I've done and stay behind. But Fluttershy, I ask of you only one kindness. Wherever you're going, take me with you.
Let's go on
Fluttershy
another
sat,
adventure.
saying nothing. Then rose and came around the table to sit next to Discord. She picked up his paw and tenderly massaged it. You needn't do that, he said.
Hush. Old friends take care of each other.
Aww.
Discord's
Aww.
turn to care for Fluttershy would come years later. Failing health confined her to her bed, from which Discord never strayed far. He did all that Fluttershy could not. He tended her animals, prepared her meals, and nursed her with fierce devotion. He was at her bedside when Fluttershy drew her final breath in the depths of the late autumn night. Discord had promised Fluttershy that she would be spared weeping over his grave. Instead, he, with all of Ponyville and the beasts and birds of the field, wept over hers. Fluttershy left Discord her cottage, and with it some duties. He worked to ensure that the animals who had come to rely on Fluttershy would be cared for in perpetuity. He repaired the interior of the cottage over the cold winter months, and its grounds and exterior with the coming of spring. Discord found solace in keeping up the garden that had been Fluttershy's pride for so many years. And he saw to it that, when the time came, the cottage would pass into worthy hooves. Life's hold upon Discord diminished with each responsibility that he discharged. Fluttershy's cottage was the first and only home Discord ever knew, and her couch his only bed. It was there he was found,
so sweet.
a last placid smile on his lips, a year to the day after Fluttershy's passing. Ponies debated what lurked beneath that final smile throughout the winter. Many had never accepted the idea that Discord could be anything but a monster. To them, Discord's death could only be a trick, and they waited with dread for the other horseshoe to drop. If there were skeptics,
awesome,
there were also romantics, and two opinions split this second group. One side believed that, at the last, Discord had looked back on his mortal years and was content. The other side argued that, as a Draconequus, Discord might have looked forward, glimpsed something, or some pony, waiting for him at the end of Time's River, and rejoiced. It was a silly dispute, of course, for who's to say both sides weren't right?
Oh, don't end, please. Oh, man. That's all. Bruh. Oh, my God. Dude, that was awesome. And also sad. That's got to be one of my favorites. I really loved that. Kind of sucks that I took like a 40-minute break that was kind of mandatory and required. But you know what? Still, that was so good. That was so well written. I really, really loved that. Honestly, if I didn't have that 40-minute break, then I probably we might have had some tears. They were close though, but not that close. Not that close. Not that close. Are there any like after thingies? I'm gonna see some after thingies. I don't think there's any after thingies. This isn't. No, this. Is this an after thingy? I don't think this is an after thingy. Oh, well, let's hear some words from Dr. Wolf.
Truly a gem worth remembering. It is natural for people to want to hold on to those they care about most, but it shows an even greater love when a person decides to respect the wishes of those they care for most, and even be willing to follow them into the unknown, if that meant that they could be with them again. I hope each of us will ponder these things and perhaps gain a better appreciation for the time we have with those we love. I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing...
You heard the man. You heard the man. You heard him. Ponder those thoughts. No, for real though, but like... Yeah, I do agree. Sad that I can't really provide anything insightful or thoughtful right now. So instead of giving you something insightful and thoughtful, I'll give you this. Yeah. 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 Yeah.